I just rode around 500 kilometers on this bike. I had it for a quick vacation that I had in Cres Island, Croatia, and I also rode it here on some of the local roads that I usually rode. Here are my thoughts. The first thing I should point out that this was a size too big for me. My downhills weren't as crazy as I would like because I'm used to riding like a more aero position on the bike, around 10 centimeters drop from the saddle to the handlebar, and this was around 4.5 because it's an endurance bike and also the front headset is a little bit bigger, so it was difficult to get the right feel of the bike in 500 kilometers, but other than that I was impressed with how it rode. Quick first rule: never buy a bike that is too big for you or too small. If you're between sizes and you want a more comfortable position, go with the bigger size, and if you want more aero position, go with the smaller size. But that also depends on the length of your arms, torso, and also the legs, of course. And you need to find a good dealer that will help you out how to choose the correct size of the bike. Let's get started with the frame. This is an endurance bike, so what you want is a comfortable bike that doesn't lose stiffness when you push the pedal. This is a high-end endurance bike, so you won't find a lot of things that are wrong with this bike. The main thing is, if you want an endurance bike, it's probably one of the best choices on the market. And if you want an aero or a race bike, this is just not the bike for you. For an endurance bike, it rides really good uphill, around 300-400 watts. You don't feel it bending, at least with my kilograms, which is around 90. On the uphills, I didn't feel it like it was losing speed, but on the sprints outside of the corner or on the downhills, I feel it like bending a little bit. What you would expect from an endurance bike is to be comfortable and it shouldn't flex too much when you ride uphill or when you descend. I think BMC did a good job with that. On the uphills, around 300-400 watts, I didn't feel flexing in the frame, so that was something that was really good. And regarding the descents and the sprints, you could feel a little bit of the bend, but for endurance customer, this is probably a good thing because you need to have some compromises. So this is like a really comfortable bike, especially with the components that it had. It rode like really smooth, and one of the big key things with a good endurance bike is when you get it like straight out of the box. When I went on the first ride, I had a key with me. I adjusted the saddle a little bit and that was pretty much it. You could feel it's really comfortable and you can ride this bike like for a long time and it shouldn't be a problem. You get this bike equipped with a lot of different components, but I had it with Ultegra Di2 and with DTswiss carbon wheels. What I was the most impressed from the frame to the components was the Pirelli tires. When I first tried them around probably 2-3 years ago, and I'm not sure when they came out, I was really disappointed with them because they were really slow, and now they stepped up their game. The ride was really comfortable because they were 28s. I'm used to 25 width of the tire. They matched the bike really good, so with the 28 on an endurance bike, it's probably what you would want to have the ride more comfortable. Well, what I was the most impressed with the tires is how comfortable they are, how the grip was, and also the resistance factor. I rode through some of the gravel, and after 500 kilometers on the bike you don't even see any lines, any scratches on the tire. Now I'm using it without even a spare when I go out riding. The tires were a big surprise for me. Regarding the equipment, you have a lot of Ultegra Di2 disc reviews online, so I won't go too specific on the Groupset. It works really good. So there are two things that I change on the bike immediately. One is the saddle. I like the Berk saddles. They're really soft, like it absorbs the bumps from the road really good, so it's really comfortable even on longer rides. Even with my weight, it's not a problem. And the second thing that I change on the bike are the tubes. So I don't like tubeless too much, so I rode these tires even if they're tubeless ready with the tubes, and I always ride with Tubolito tubes because they're really light. The main goal is to have a light wheel, and if you can save 160 grams per the pair of wheels, it's a big plus for me. So what's my final verdict on the bike? If you want a comfortable bike, comfortable endurance bike that climbs really good and also rides down really good, this is the bike for you. Don't buy if you're a racer or you want to win a local Gran Fondo. It will be probably too comfortable for you. If you're a new rider, you don't want a road bike that it's too stiff. This is like a perfect combination of stiffness and also comfortability. So try it out and see for yourself. Any questions, just drop them in the comments below, and see you in the next review. Cheers. I think I did a pretty good job.